Alright, so I'm going to button up my cover here. Let's wipe everything clean. Let's wipe the, so I'm going to reuse this gasket here. Because the gasket's still good. Because this bike is still new, the engine is still new. You know, it has less than 600 miles. So this gasket I believe is still good. I'm just going to wipe here. I see a little tear right here, just a little bit, but that part. The reason why it teared is because there's nothing back there, it's empty. So that's fine. I can live with that. Just have to keep an eye on it. Even there's another tear right here, but that's an empty spot as well. So the main thing I want to do is I want to make sure that this is clean. So the part that I might be concerned where it might leak is where the cables are, because earlier when I took this off, I actually pushed on this piece of here to push it out that way, because I didn't realize there was a gasket underneath, because the gasket was completely hidden. So I think I broke the RTV seal, the silicone seal, there at that spot. But I'm just gonna push it down, so hopefully it'll be okay in that regards. And you know, it's at the top end anyways, and I don't think oil is gonna really splash in there very much. So I'm okay there, so I can live with that. So let's wipe off this side, the metal side. Okay, seems to be all wiped off. There's a little bit of oil down here, which is oil from the crank dripping out a little bit. Let me wipe it off to make sure it's totally dry. It'll drip right here too. Okay, so when I first took the cover off, I heard a little bit of metal dropping. I thought it was the bolts for the cover, but it's not. It's actually the spacer right here that dropped down, and it actually ended up down in here, down behind the windings. So put that spacer back in right here. So that spacer prevents this gear from moving out. Okay, just make sure that's back in there. Everything's wiped clean. Move everything out of the way. So this, before I stick this on, there's actually a couple of dowel pins. There's one on this side right here, and the other one's over here, but it's actually stuck up right here. So just slide it back into those dowel pins, because that's what positions your piece. And this, you know, this thing is obviously the stator and it's magnetic, so you're gonna kind of fight that magnet a little bit, because it's gonna move. It's gonna want to attract. Okay, I'm good there. Let's get my bolts. So remember the cover bolt, 2 of them are shorter than the rest of them. So let's figure out which one those are. So there's 2 of them a little bit shorter. I think that's that one, this one. So I got 2 that's shorter, and the rest of them are a little bit longer. Let's bring this in a little closer so you guys can see a little better. See the spacing anyways. So let's look at the spacing here. So you put it in, there's a certain amount of space. That's when you know if your bolt's too long or not. See right here. Actually, you guys can't see it. Bring this thing up a little bit. If you look at the bolt space here, you can't see the threads. So that means it's further in. But on here, you can actually see the threads. See that? Same thing with this one. You can kind of see the threads. This one, you can't see the threads. So I think the 2 short ones are, or these ones right here. And obviously this one you can see the thread because the bolt. See the difference in the where it has the thread and where it doesn't. So this one you can still see the thread even though it's long, and this one obviously is shorter, it reaches in further. So these longer ones, I believe, are all around there. But before you screw everything on, just look at it. Look at that spacing. So they should be all sticking out the same. Right, on all the parts, it should all be sticking out the same. So I'm looking at it. Those are all the same. This one's the same. That one's the same. That one's the same. And that one's the same. Okay, so these two are the shorter ones. These two here, the shorter ones. Everything else is longer. So I might take off things with the impact, but I never put it on, usually never put it on, or at least not do the initial screwing on anyways, because it could be misthreaded or whatever, and you could destroy your threads that way. Very easy way to destroy the threads. So I always hand spin it in first till it bottoms out. Then I either use a torque wrench or if it needs it. This cover is not very critical, so you don't really need it. So the torque number for these bolts are 10 Newton meters, which is not much. I think 10 Newton meters is something like 5 or 6 foot-pounds, so it's very light. So I'm actually not even going to use a torque wrench. I'm just going to go by hand. So this is a cover. So sometimes with covers, if you torque the bolts around with a improper pattern, you could distort the cover and make it warp and cause it to leak. So there's basically these two right here I'm gonna start with. There's 3 on top and there's 3 on bottom. So I'm gonna start with these two, then I'm gonna crisscross it, back and forth after that. So just a little lightly there. I'm basically going counterclockwise as I crisscross. Just choose a pattern and do it that way. And actually, from the initial one, I'm gonna go shoot, then I'm gonna go shoot that way. See that? These two, then those two, then go back this two. If that makes sense to you. The reason why I did that because I wanted to do this one last, because this is the one that sticks out furthest and it's also the smallest. So I want to put the least amount of load on this one. So if everything else is being tightened up, this one will have the least amount of pressure on it, so less likely to damage this end, crack it or whatever. Okay, so I did a little bit. Now I'm gonna go back to it a little bit more. And notice where I'm holding the wrench. I'm holding it like right there. So I'm not having that much leverage on it, which is what you want, because again, these things are only 5-6 foot-pounds, which is not hardly anything at all. 10 Newton meters basically. Okay, so I'm gonna call that good. Then I could, put this cover back on too as well. Same thing, but I'm actually gonna do some other work. So stay tuned for that.